two cryptos you would buy right now, Caleb, and why?
My two safe bets for 2022 is going to be, and
hi folks, this is Sean Higgins again. Thanks for tuning in. This is Caleb back with me. We're going to talk about cryptocurrency, one of Caleb's favorite subjects next to tax liens and tax deeds. They kind of go hand in fist. I don't know why that is, Caleb, but we'll get to that. Listen, we got a real important treat for you. Stick around to the very end. Caleb, I'm going to put you on the spot. Can you recommend some cryptos they should be buying right now by the end of this video?
I'll give two really good, solid
picks. Okay, good. So what we're going to do is this. By the way, folks, we got a lot of great content we're cranking out here. I appreciate all the feedback.
Hit like, hit subscribe, and turn notifications on.
If you like us, my name is Sean, and this is Caleb. If you don't, this is Bill and
Tony.
Exactly. Hey, let's talk about our relationship. I've known you for close to 20 years now. One of the things I love about working with Caleb, is he takes my advice. And I love that when people take massive action in anything. Tax liens and tax deeds, your success in that area is well established. You and I have done over $1 million in deals over the last 24 to 36 months. We'll continue to do this. Enough of that. Let's talk about crypto. Back in 2016, I think it was the end of the year, I took the whole team, and that whole team, understand that Caleb and I have been doing conferences for 20 years together. He has helped me as a crew support, one of my coaches. We're out there on the road. We're training people. We're doing all that stuff. And so 2016, I grabbed the whole crew and I said, listen, I am loving Bitcoin, Ethereum at the time. I think it was Bitcoin was at $1,300 per coin at the time. I said, you guys, I don't care what you do, start figuring this out. I want to start teaching people how to do this because it's been going to be a big part of my portfolio. Not only that, as I told you all to buy it in your retirement accounts. Now, Caleb, you started with like a very small amount of money and turned it into tens of thousands of dollars, really meticulously doing it. And talk about, I know. Okay, hundreds of thousands. Okay, but here's what I want you to talk about. Real quickly, didn't you have a lot of people poking at you going, don't do this, because you're the only one of all 8 people that I had in that meeting. You're the only one that went forward with it.
Sean, everybody was like, what if it's a scam? What if it's just used for, buying drugs and, ordering assassinations? Yeah. And honestly, that's what kept me out of it for so long, because I didn't want to be part of something, that's going to prop up the black market.
Right.
And early on, that's what Bitcoin's identity was. And so, back in the 50 cents to $13 era, it was just plagued with Silk Road. And unfortunately, that also kept me from jumping in at the absolute ground level.
It's a good point. It's a really good point. And then, but you were continually poking at it and looking at it and seeing what was going on. And I think that, once I brought it to everybody's attention and said, you guys, I'm going in, and I'm going in a big way. I invested over $100,000 in the very beginning of this, and obviously that's done very well. And I don't want to sound like a genius because I just bought it and held it. You have done really well with the research side of it and what happened. So what I'd like to talk about, Caleb, if you don't mind, let's just talk about your 7 golden rules. What are those? Let's list through those and the reasons why behind that.
Well, you hit a really good topic that I want to emphasize, that holding is always going to be your best way to invest in crypto, and the markets have proven time and time again, if you're in this thing for 2 to 3 years, your ROI is going to be in the thousands.
Right.
Now, can you make money trading? Absolutely. And, I've got seven golden rules that I follow when I invest in crypto. And the first one is don't panic sell. You buy in, then all of a sudden it dips 15%, which in traditional markets is, that's a bloodbath. But, crypto trades 24/7, 365. So, oftentimes after a 15% drop, you're going to see accumulation, at that point. So rule number 1 is don't panic sell.
Let me jump in there, Caleb, just so everybody knows we're human beings. Caleb and I have had conversations in the middle of the night because we're panicking when we saw things doing a certain thing. So you guys, this is from experience. And I want you all to know that we aren't these perfect people out there, although we look like we are. I mean, there's been several times I'm like, thank God, Caleb's on the East Coast. I'm blasting at 5 o'clock in the morning, his time. It's 2 o'clock my time. I'm going, dude, it just went down 15%. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I've just lost a ton of money, when in reality I didn't, because I didn't sell anything. So great.
Yeah, it becomes permanent when you sell. Now on the flip side, don't panic buy, or don't buy into green candles, which that's number 6, which I'll get to. Number 2 is take profits on the way up. And, you don't have to sell your whole bag. You don't have to, if you're up 20%, you don't sell the whole shebang. You incrementally take profits. And then so when the market drops back again, you'll have crypto, or you'll have cash to buy cryptos once they drop. And that's that's number 4. Have some stable coins to buy the dip.
You skipped 3.
Well, I'm going to get to 3 right now, and that is don't use leverage. Some of you have done options or ETFs, and you can get 100-to-1 leverage. Well, you're playing with fire when you're use leverage trading. The chances of you predicting a market 7 days from that point is really hard unless you're in a true bull run. Even then, I don't recommend using leverage. It's not just about pulling 15% for the week.
Right.
It's about a long-term building of wealth. Number 5 is diversify. And that's pretty important. Especially when you see Bitcoin going up 64%, and then you see XRP going up 1100%, and then you see Ethereum going up 4100%. But if you look back historically, if you have a basket of cryptos, and I'm not talking meme coins or your Doge or your Shiba Inus, although they've done well, you can't predict what they're going to do based off of utility. It's hard to quantify that.
That is pure luck. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Absolutely. Had I known, I would have converted my 6-figure crypto basket into Shiba Inu a year ago, which
if you had known that Elon Musk was going to sit there and start naming
and tweet about it,
tweet about it, and it just blows through the ceiling.
Well, sure. But the thing is if Sean, if you would have put 8,000 in Shiba Inu last year, a year and a half ago, that would be worth $1 billion now. But that's pie in the sky. That's not what this is about.
You can say that about so many different things over the history of our lives. It's just amazing. Did we skip 4?
4 is have some stables to buy the dip. So I kind of jumped into that, talking about take profits on the way.
Got it.
And the reason why I say take profits on the way is so that you have reserved cash to buy back into it after it dips.
Got it.
And don't chase green candles. That's number 6. That's kind of the antithesis of number 1. After coin goes up 750%, that's not the time to buy into it. Could it go up another 250%? Absolutely. But, for you to be able to put your finger on the pulse of that particular crypto, that's not in the realm of most people's skill set.
Then you start having that shoulda, coulda, woulda conversation, which is just a complete waste of time.
Correct. Now, you can always use the shoulda, woulda, coulda to kind of self-evaluate and course correct, but it's not your compass. That's not that's not your North Star. And the most important one is fear means opportunity. Today I just saw the EU put an announcement out that says, if you invest in cryptocurrencies, plan on losing all your money. That's the headline they put out there. But then when you read the article, it talks about how there's a lot of scams out there. There's a lot of rug pulls out there. And so, you definitely have to educate yourself.
Would you call that just clickbait?
Well, and see, the thing is once you've been identified, you talk about this on social media, you've been identified, you become a target of crypto scammers. And, you click the link that they send you, all of a sudden they have access to your computer.
Yeah.
You know,
Be careful
and
with that. Yeah, for sure.
so number seven, fear means opportunity.
Yes.
You know, and that's where you're going to make your money. That's where you put in big money. After you see, you know, a 50% dip over a 30-day period, that's when you want to really start incrementalizing your buys into whatever specific crypto you're looking for.
Is that a new word? Did we just come up with a new word, incrementalize?
Incrementalize. Incrementalize.
This is a great point. So let's just talk about my friends that don't understand crypto whatsoever. And, you know, I get a text the other day from one of my attorneys and he's going, dude, crypto's down 28%. I go, if you sold. And he's like, yeah. He goes, actually, you got a really good point. I go, wouldn't it be a good opportunity to buy? So, you know, what the media talk about your clickbait does, it never, I don't know if you've been paying attention to this, Caleb, it never says crypto just went up 28%. It's always talking about when it crashed. They use terms like it crashed, because understand that not just social media, but the news media works off of buzzwords like that. So when they say, hey, when we get back, we're going to talk about the Bitcoin crash. So sure, at $47 a coin and it goes down to 38, is that a crash? I guess, but if it goes back up, is that a, you know, runaway market? I mean, so be really careful unless you know what they're talking about. Caleb, what you said in the very beginning is super important, is how much the market swing on this. Okay, great information. I love your 7 golden rules. Caleb, you've got two cryptos that you think people should be doing right now. Give me those 2 real quickly and the why.
2 cryptos that you need to watch for 2022. Number 1 is XRP, and number 2 is XLM, Stellar Lumens. The reason why is they're both ISO 2022 compliant, you know, which is basically the international standardization organization. And you know, they're focused on communications between institutions and banks. They're not only certified, but they're actually part of that ISO 20022 board. So, you know, in my opinion, that's going to be your best, safest pick for 2022. You've got the Biden administration creating a crypto task force, and central bank digital currencies are going to happen. And I think XLM and XRP specifically are going to be a big part
players in that. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Good stuff. I love this, Caleb. This is a passion of yours, along with the tax liens and tax deeds. Great information. Love it. Let's make it happen. You heard it from here first. Click the bells, do the things you need to do. You go from there.